Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is the video I said I was going to upload showing how to preserve basil herbs. So this is the basil that I harvested. Check out the video I posted before now. I harvested basil and now I want to show you how I preserve my basil so I can use it for a long time. So here I am just giving it a quick wash, giving it a good, just clean wash. The basil was already clean from the garden, but of course, you want to get rid of any dust, dirt, or anything like that. So I am putting it on a paper towel to dry off the excess water before I give it a good blend. So let's just give it a quick wash. So now here are the items we are going to need: a blender, olive oil, you can use any oil of your choice, and then ice cube tray. So I'm using the one with a silicone bottom that will help pop out the cubes when they are frozen. So I'm going to add olive oil to the blender to help blend the basil. So I have the basil in there. I'm just going to add about 1.5 cups of olive oil, depending on how efficient or powerful your blender is. You may not need much oil, so it depends. I used about 1.5 cups at the first go around. So I'm going to give it a good blend into a smooth paste. Okay, so we're done adding all the basil leaves, and now we're going to add a little bit more olive oil just to help it, just to make it into a paste, a creamy paste, as opposed to this very thick substance. So that's why I added a little bit more olive oil, which is fine. It helps when you freeze it. You can just take 1 cube and drop it into your pot of food, whatever. Alright, so we are ready to pour into our ice tray. I added a little, but I've adjusted. So I'm just going to keep going till I fill up all the cubes or ice tray holes. And you know what I find interesting about this way of preserving my basil is that you can use it to preserve other things. You can make your own stock cubes, which is what I plan to make in the near future. Make your own stock cubes and other things, including ginger paste, turmeric paste, you know, just different spices, herbs that you can just easily freeze and use, you know, one at a time when you're ready to use it. So I mean, endless possibilities, I think. So that's why I love this process. I am going to preserve other things like this, and here we are putting it in the freezer, and it shouldn't take too long to freeze. But there's no water in this process, maybe besides the water that I used to wash the basil, which, you know, I dried out a bit, or mostly rather. Other than that, it's just basil and olive oil. So that's it in the freezer, and the next day I decided to pull it out. Let's take a look at it. It is frozen. Look at that. So let's take it to the counter top, and what I'm going to do next is just to take out the cubes and store it in a Ziploc bag so that I can use the ice trays for something else. And it's easy when you store it in your Ziploc bag. You can just put it in your freezer and use one at a time. All right, let's put them in. They look beautiful. Imagine if I had different herbs or spices that I decided to preserve. They'll just have different colors. But this vibrant green, I love it, green and yellow. This is a very good way to keep it fresh and green. Alternatively, you can dry the basil leaves, maybe in the oven, blend it, and have that ground basil spice. I prefer it this way because it retains that very strong basil smell. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the freezer, and I'll see you in my next video. As always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and hit the bell notification. And I'll see you next time. Stay blessed, be happy. Bye.